Good morning. Hey, welcome to part 3 in our series titled The Happy Life. Hey, just to give you all a little heads up, we're doing a little, excuse me, sorry, got sinus infection going on. It's killing me. Nose is draining like crazy. Anywho, doing this series on what makes us happy, right? And happiness in our lives. And so something happened, something that's going on in my life right now, just to give you all a little insight, is I'm having trouble sleeping. I've had this problem for a long time, and recently it's gotten to the point where uh, I'm getting up several times in the night just waking up, and I'm finally going through the doctors and doing what I need to do on that side of it. But last night was a terrible night. I mean, I didn't hardly sleep a lick, and I tossed and I turned and I woke up and just all kinds of stuff. So I was up this morning doing my work, and I was talking to my wife, and I asked her, I said, "How'd you sleep?" She said, "Well, I slept really good. How'd you sleep?" And I said, "I didn't sleep at all. I had a terrible night, and, I was kind of feeling down. I was really not doing good." And she come over behind me and she put her hands on my shoulders and she says, "You know what?" She goes, "We're going to take a positive outlook on this. We're going to say that these doctors are going to figure out what's going on. They're going to get you fixed up, and you're going to be able to sleep through the night. And that's what we're going to go with." And it really just kind of washed over me, and I was like, "You know what? You're right. You're right. We need to think positive on these things." And it's for me and her, for our relationship, it's backwards. Normally, and she'll admit this, normally she's the negative thinker and I'm the positive thinker. And I have to, convince her and say, "Hey, we need to take a positive outlook on this, not a negative one." And so for me, it was really an eye-opening experience just this morning, to think, why am I starting out the day on the negative? You know, yeah, I may have had a terrible night's sleep, but I'm still here. God still provided me life, you know, and I'm still here. So why am I taking a negative outlook? I should be thinking positive things. And it really got me wondering about thinking about the negative, positive influences in our brains. And the scripture that came to mind when I was thinking about this was 2 Corinthians 10, verses 4 through 5. Now, 2 Corinthians 10, verses 4 through 5 is talking about spiritual warfare. But here's what it says. It says, "We use God's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and to destroy false arguments." Now, where do the strongholds of human reasoning reside? In our brains. This is where we process everything, and we're trying to figure out, oh, we're doing this, or oh, we're doing that, or oh, this is working, or oh, that's not working. We reason things inside our brain. So we have strongholds built up. Don't think that. Don't do this. Do that. Don't do that. This is terrible. This was bad. This is, we got these strongholds. We use God's mighty weapons to tear down these strongholds. Here, going on to verse 5, it says, we destroy, listen to this, we destroy every proud obstacle that keeps people from knowing God. Where does pride reside? In the mind. We think we're better. We think we deserve better. We're prideful. This is mine. Pride resides in the mind. And we destroy every proud obstacle, again, a barrier that keeps people from what? Not seeing who we really are, but knowing God. We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Christ. Now, does that say we flip a switch and it never happens again? No. What happens when you're trying to teach a dog a trick? What happens when you're trying to train a dog? They do it wrong, don't they? They do it wrong. They may do it wrong once. They may do it wrong 5 times. They may do it wrong 50 times. They might do it right once, twice, 10 times, and then they do it wrong again. And then they do it right a couple times, and they do it wrong again. When you're training a dog, you got to have patience. You got to work with them, right? Are we any different? In our minds, when we're having these negative thoughts and we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, are we any different? No. Just because I make the decision today to be positive doesn't mean tomorrow I'm going to wake up with a negative mindset. We have to capture these rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Christ. Teach them to obey Christ. Excuse me. So, how do we do that? We pray on it. We focus on God. Let me find the scripture. I had it just a minute ago, and it flew away on me. Here it is. Here it is. It's in Philippians. There it is. It's in Philippians. Some of y'all probably already knew that. Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. Here's what it says. Fix your thoughts on what is true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Easier said than done. Now, it's really funny that the devotional I'm going through, this was the same subject, you know. So God really hit me with it. Bam, bam. He hit me with it twice this morning. And I pulled this little quote from my devotional because it's powerful. And I'm probably going to make a decal and hang it up on the wall in the house if my wife will let me. It says this, and this is my daily drink for today. Okay? Y'all ready? Y'all listening? The daily drink for today is this. Make the choice to rejoice. How awesome is that? Make the choice to rejoice today and see how that changes your outlook on today. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow.